Okay. I need everyone's attention. I need everyone to be looking at the rubric. On, where's your rubric?
In my backpack.
London, where's your rubric?
I'm just
Get it out. I didn't ask you to put it up. Okay. I need all of us to have our rubrics out. Gabe, where's your rubric? Don't steal Ari's. No. Get your rubric out. Ari, where's your rubric then? Okay. We all need to have this rubric out, and we need to talk about this. Okay, so just a heads up, we're not getting to the points, lines, and planes stuff, and I actually need to open up a different set of slides. Okay, eyes up here, while also looking at your rubric, okay? So, one of the most fundamental things I need y'all to understand is, and we talked about it earlier, if you want to get stronger, you got to work out, which is going to hurt, okay? When you come into this class, yes, there are going to be times, in fact, a lot of times, when you're struggling, and that's okay. The way that you can have fun is by not sitting there silently, because you know what's really boring and really sucks? Sitting there silently. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay. So it is boring to sit in a classroom in silence. Plainly put, okay? What you have in this classroom is a chance to talk about the math with each other. Mari, I need you paying attention. Okay? In this classroom, the way that we prevent the boredom is when we start to try, and it's okay to struggle, it's okay to not know, but it is not okay to not put in the effort. Okay? So this is a rubric that I developed with one of my best friends. He's a teacher down in Mobile. This is a rubric that I will be using to assess you every single day. I already had a general understanding of this rubric. However, this is what I am using for sure. I am emailing this as well to both you and your parents or your guardians today. When I email this rubric, I am also including a Google Sheets. That Google Sheets will go to just you and your guardian. It will not be anything that anyone else can see. Every single day, I will be uploading your score for that day according to this rubric. What? I'm not playing. Exactly. Yes, your parents will see how well you collaborate and you work inside my classroom.
Oh, see what happened.
No, see what happened. See, this is the issue, and this is what I know to be true, is that you are not putting in your best effort. Like, plainly put, are you putting in your best effort?
Yes.
That's a lie. Okay? That's a whole lie. Okay? Because please understand me, this rubric is not based on how well you understand the math. There's no part up here that says you have to understand the math well to score this. In fact, a student who's in my Algebra 2 Stats class, first block, walked out today. And as she was walking out, because I shared this with them as well, she looks at me and she goes, Mr. Kenny, I really didn't understand what we're doing today very well, so I was probably like at a 3, right? And I looked at her, and I looked at my book, and I told her, I was like, no, you were at a 5. And she looked at me shocked. And I told her, I said, were you talking with your group about this math the entire time? Yes. Okay. Were you taking a leadership role within your group the entire time to try to make sure that everyone was learning? Yes. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking you to perfectly understand the math. What I am asking you to do is to actively participate in trying to learn. To actively participate with your group in trying to learn. So here is how this rubric breaks down, okay? Now, typically, the highest score is what we consider a 100, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. This advanced is a hard score to get. This is not a 100 for me. What I will be doing, as I said, is I will be uploading your score on Google Sheets at the end of every day. One, so that your parents can see it. But more importantly, the reason why I'm actually doing it is so that you can see how you scored. If you thought that you're at a 4, but you're actually at a 2, that means we need to work on something and you need to make sure that you're putting in a little bit better effort. So it's giving you feedback so you can improve the way that you are working. Now, as I said, a 5, that is the highest of highs. At the end of the week, though, I will put the sum of all of your scores into Power Schools. All you have to have in order to have a 100 for the week is to average a 4. That's it. If you earn 4 points every day for a week, how many points are you earning? Say it again.
100.
Say it again. 20. Thank you. Because 5 times 4 is what?
No, wait, because I thought you said 4, but average all the way for the week is 100. That's what I thought you said.
It'd be 100%. But how many points are you going to earn, right? It's 4 points for 5 days is 20 points, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well let me ask you this. First thing I need you to be aware of is this. If you were to score 5s every day, how many points would you have? 25. You can earn a 25 out of 20 based on the way that you are working in my class. Okay? If you earn 3s every day, 3 times 5 is what? So that'd be a 15 out of 20, which is a 75. So there is a lot of room, and we need to know what each of these mean. However, let's say most days you're earning a 4. Let's say 3 out of 4 days you're earning a 4. Then one day you earn a 3, and then one day you earn a 5. You can still make 100 even if you don't earn a 4 every single day. Okay? All I'm looking for is what your average score is, or what your total score is, out of 20 at the end of the week. So let's make sure we understand what these different scores are going to be. If you earn a 5 in my class for that day, you are sharing your thoughts, your insights, and or your thoughts about the presented problems or mathematical concepts. Plainly put, if you are going to have a 5 or even a 4, student shares his or her thoughts, insights and or thoughts about the presented problems or mathematical concepts. In order for you to get a 4 or 5, what do you have to do?
Talk.
You have to talk. Talk about what?
Math.
The math. That's it. If you want to be on the 4s and 5s, you have to talk, and you have to talk about the math. Now, the difference between a 5 and a 4 starts here. At a 4, the student listens to and considers others' thoughts and perspectives. Are you going to know what to do every single time? No. Are you going to be right every single time? No. That's why you need to listen to other people and consider what they're thinking. In order to be at a 5, not only are you listening to and considering, but you're seeking others' thoughts and ideas. So yes, you share your ideas out, but if you are seeking people's thoughts, then that is when you are incorporating or including everybody within your group. This is not about just you learning math, it's about us learning math. And we have a community here that we are trying to help each other learn and grow. Now, the next part is also a difference. For a 4, to be engaged, the student asks questions of others' thinking to push for better understanding, right? So it's not just listening to and considering their perspectives, but based on those questions or those ideas, you are questioning their thoughts. Okay, I hear what you're saying about subtracting 4, but did you notice that we already have -4, so I think we should add? Do you see how that is asking a question about someone else's thoughts? That's what I'm looking for, because that's going to push each other's understanding. Amari, that thing is supposed to go in your notebook so that you know what the score means every single day. Unfold it right now.
She trying to make an airplane.
Pay attention.
She want to
No,
be
you're
a
not paying
pilot.
attention. You're making a paper airplane. You need that. Pay attention.
She want to be
Okay.
a pilot.
Here's the difference. What'd you say? What'd you say?
Nah.
That's what I thought. Alright. The difference for a 5 is the student professionally critiques the thinking of others based on evidence from discussions in class, notes, or original thoughts. So notice how, in this case, you're using what you have learned to ask questions, not just asking questions in general, right? So to get to that 5, you got to reference something we've learned in class, or applying something we've learned in class to get to there. Now, it's not just about how you work within your small groups. There's also the whole class discussions. In order for it to be 4s and 5s, during whole class discussions, the student actively shares their thoughts, asks questions, and does what?
Take notes.
Taking notes is not something that you do when I quit writing on the board. It is something that you do as you listen, you take notes so that you have something to study later. You need to be actively involved in the discussion, actively sharing thoughts, asking questions, taking notes. And please hear me very clearly on this. I know that that is tough because I had to learn how to do it as well. However, that is one of the skills that I developed before I got to college that helped me be much more successful than my peers. You gotta learn how to take notes and participate in the conversation all at the same time. Yes, it's tough, but you're also in high school. We're getting ready for college. We're getting ready for jobs where you'll have to do the same thing of listen to a boss, take notes all at the same time.
Yeah.
It does not matter what you're doing after this, you need that skill.
Yeah.
Please notice this detail though. Even at a level of 5, this does not have to happen 100% of the time. But it is consistent throughout class. And within your group, you're showing clear leadership for helping all within your group learn. Again, for engage, it doesn't have to happen 100% of the time, but it is at least 75% of class, at least 3/4 of the class, you are helping those in your group learn. Now, what we need to talk a little bit about is what's going to drop you to these lower scores. If you're completing assignments and you're sharing your ideas but you're not listening to other people, you're looking at a 3. Students in this category may not be open to critiques of their work. There's a limited amount of interaction within the groups. So if you're not actually participating with your group the whole time, that's when you can easily get dropped down to a 3.
Good afternoon, Hillcrest.
Hold,
Students are interested in being a member of the
You
Student
may
Government
pack up, but you are going to
Association.
listen after the announcements are over.
Fill our codes for the application are outside the main office, the library, cafeteria hallway, room 303 and 311 on the English hallway, and in the upstairs stairwell. There is no paper application for SGA, so be sure to submit your online form by tomorrow. Do you enjoy K-pop, K-drama, and other aspects of Asian culture? Come to the first meeting of the K-pop Club today after school in room 305. For those who can't attend, there is a sign-up sheet around the school with their microphones. Seniors who wish to attend next Wednesday's college fair must complete 2 online forms by tomorrow. Check your school email account for more information. Sign up for Homecoming Day using the QR code posted on pink paper throughout the school. Sign-ups will end tomorrow at the end of the school day. There is a $25 fee to participate in Homecoming Preview. See Mrs. Hughes or Mrs. Martin if you have any questions. Interested in joining Interact Club? Did you miss the spring membership drive? Are you new to Hillcrest High School? Current teachers and seniors who are interested to check the Interact bulletin board outside of Mrs. Wilkinson's classroom on the English Hall for more information. Don't forget to wear your PJs tomorrow as we say goodnight to the Hugh-Town Gophers. Have a thrilling Thursday.
Alright, really quickly. Hey, listen.
I'd like to announce winners of the Patriot games. I'll announce this first thing in the morning also. Freshman boys Connor Harvin, Gunnar Hobson, Jackson Johnston, Joshua Lee, Evan Smith, Rhett Turnipseed. Freshman girls Emily Catherine Guillory, Mackenzie Johnston, Logan Massey, Marty McCluskey, Ansley Medley, Addison Wyatt. Sophomore boys Hayden Henson, Tristan Madden, Shamar Moore, Jackson Poe, Levi Russell, Matthew Walker. Sophomore girls Aaron
engaged.
Dockery, Lydia Heaton, Abigail Lovelace, Bryn Metters, and Emily Rice. Junior boys Philip Davis, David Boyd, Joshua.
Alright, this past all y'all listen. If you are off task for a portion of the class, but you work at least a third of the class, you're looking at 2s. If I have to redirect you to work multiple times, because you're distracting others, you're at a 2. If you are not engaged at different levels, maybe because you are sleeping, zoned out, or distracting others, you're looking at 1s and 0s. You need to engage with your group.
You want to turn this off again?
I got it.